Hi guys, I'm Anissa and I'm back with another video, and today it's time for my January TBR. If you haven't already watched it, I'll leave a link to my 2019 goals for this channel so that you can see why I decided to go with these books, some of these books, because I have some prompts that I'm going for every month, and so I wanted to share with you my TBR. But as I did last time, I will be talking about these in audio and then my ebooks afterwards. And yeah, let you know what I'm planning on going for. As I also told you last month, for this month's TBR, I am very focused on trying to finish as many series as I can. So the first part here is going to be my series next book. Some I've picked because of this specific thing, and others I haven't. But the first book that I wanted to get to this month was King of Thorns by Mark Lawrence, the second book in the Broken Empire series. I started this series in 2017, and I really enjoyed the first one. I thought it was dark and twisted in every way, and I didn't like the main character for that, but I thought that he was writing a really interesting character that I found very interesting in being in his mindset. Not that I agreed with any of the things that he did, but I just thought that it was written in a really compelling way. But I never read on in it, and now I want to read this next book to see how it all will go with York and the other characters. The next two books was part of my December TBR, but I didn't get to them, so I added them to this TBR as well. And the first one is No Rest for the Wicked by Kresley. This is the third book in the Immortals After Dark series, and I wanted to get to this last month, but I haven't been able to get to it because I didn't end up listening to as much audio, and I had an unexpected audio as well. So I'm really looking forward to reading that one. The next one I got is The Wrongful Death, or Den Forkerte Død by Kenneth, Bøgh, Andersen. This is the third book in the Great Devil War, the Store Djævlekrig series, and I really enjoyed the first two, especially the second one, and I'm very much looking forward to reading the third one and figure out what's going to happen with Philip, Satina, and all of the other characters from the series. And yeah. The next book that I have on my list to read is My Tai'd by Clayton. This is the fourth and final book in the Cocktail series. And so yeah, as I said, I will finish this one, and this is a contemporary romance, so I know it's quick to get through. And sometimes it's nice to have a good mix of genres in here to choose between so that you don't fall into a rut or something like that. This next one is not one I plan on finishing, but it's one I plan on starting and hopefully get like halfway through, and that is A Dance with Dragons by George R.R. Martin. This is the fifth and final book that is currently out in the Game of Thrones series, or A Song of Ice and Fire series, and this is 1100 pages, so it's quite chunky, but I hope that I will get like halfway through it, and so in February I will finish it. That is at least what my main attempt will be. The next book I put on here is another series finisher, and that is Killer Frost by Jennifer Estep, the sixth and final book in the Mythos Academy. I've really enjoyed reading this series over the whole series, and I think that Jennifer Estep makes really funny stories. She has a tendency to use the same words again and again, which is a little annoying when you take notice of it, but otherwise I have really been enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to see how it's all gonna end up with all of these characters. And so that is one I'm putting on this. And the next one is another book that I added because I didn't get to it last month, and that is Black Magic Sanction by Kim Harrison, the 8th book in the Hollow series, or Rachel Morgan series. It's called both things. This is a quite long audio, but I'm really looking forward to getting back to this world. I've heard that it gets better again with the 8th book, so I hope that I am correct in assuming I will be enjoying this book. So yeah. The next book I am planning on reading is Small Gods by Terry Pratchett. I almost forgot to add a Terry Pratchett book this month. Not because I didn't want to, but I was adding a lot of other books, and then I remembered that I have signed up for a Terry Pratchett challenge this month, so it couldn't be January without Terry Pratchett on it, so I decided to go with the next book in the Discworld series, which is going to be Small Gods. I received this from a subscriber, and I'm really happy that she sent this to me. She was going to get rid of it, and she knew I like Terry Pratchett, so thank you again for that. And I will be looking forward to reading this. It's not very long, but none of his books are super long, but I love them. And that is one of those standalone books set in the Discworld, so it's not part of the sub-series, any of the sub-series. The next book on my list is my Stephen King book of the month. As I said in my goals, I didn't get to Cujo in December, so I pushed it to January, so I'm definitely going to get to this in this month. It's probably one of those that I'll start out with in the beginning of the month to make sure that I get through it. And I'm looking forward to getting to this. I think I started this, as I said before, but I never finished it. I had to hand it back in at the library, but I'm looking forward to reading it anyway and getting on with my Stephen King project. And the last and final book on my audio TBR is The 100 by Kass Morgan. This is the first book in a series, a YA dystopian series, I think. And it is part of my genre TBR project that I've also decided that I need to read at least one book from this list every month. So this is the pick for this month. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Now the next part is going to be my physical or ebook picks for this month that are not audiobooks. I have a couple of physical books that I'm going to listen to audios of. But I have 6 books on this list, so yeah, at least I made sure to pick some short ones. The first book I picked up is because of the rule that I have that I want to have to read at least one book from my currently reading shelf. And for that one I picked The Collapsing Empire by John Scalzi, because this is a pretty short book, first and foremost. He writes in an engaging and easy way so that you read them quicker. And he has a lot of humor, and I think that's good for January, I don't know. He released the second book in this series towards the end of this year, and I almost have a feeling that the second book will be nominated in the BookTube SFF Awards later this year, and I've already started thinking about those things. So I wanted to get to this so I don't have to read both books for the BookTube SFF Awards if you want. And so this is only like just over 300 pages, so hopefully I'll get through it quickly. I read the first 70 pages, but I think I might have to at least reread it from the beginning. So the TBR unwrapping pick of the month was Wicked Wonders by Ellen Klages. This is a short story collection of sort of magical realism type of stories. It's only like 288 pages and has a lot of short stories, so I'm gonna try and just read a story every day and see how it goes when I pick this up. Hopefully I'll really enjoy it. I've heard very excellent things about this collection and Ellen Klages as an author in general, so I'm looking forward to see how I'm liking it. Next up, I'm planning on reading The Subtle Knife by Philip Pullman, the second book in the His Dark Material series, because of the read-along with Rhea from the Book Finch. Anyway, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to get to this and finish it over January. The first one is going a little slow, but I hope to at least make a good amount of progress before I get into January, so I don't have to read it for that much. But yeah, this is on my TBR as well. The next book I have is Very Good Lives by J.K. Rowling. This is going to be my book from my Lala's favorite list. This is a really, really short book. It's only like 50 pages, and on every page is only like 1 page of some artsy stuff and 1 page of text, and there's almost never anything else than this. So this is going to be a really, really quick read. So I'm looking forward to reading that one. My Kindle pick of the month, I decided to go with Lady of the Dead. I got a selection of 10 different books, and this one was, I think, one of the shortest ones, and it's an urban fantasy, and I thought it sounded pretty cool. So I decided to go with Lady of the Dead by Gretchen S.B., I think that's her name. And the last and final thing on my list is the next book in the Amber Chronicles. I'm hoping that I'll get through both Guns of Avalon and Signs of the Unicorn, but at this point I haven't made progress in Guns of Avalon this month, and I still have about 70-80 pages left of that book, I think, if not more. But I want to get back to this and finish at least one of them in January and get on with this project, because I want to finish this in 2019. So those are all of the books that I've put on my to be read list. I also have obviously those I'm currently reading, but I'm not going to go into them right now. But so I have 16 book on my to be read list, and I need to listen to 2 hours of audio a day to complete this with the audios, and I need to read 46 pages a day if I want to read all of the books that I have put on my list. And it's not too bad. I just, yeah, we'll see how it goes. So this is my stack for this month, and I hope that I'll definitely get to all of the things that I said. But we'll see how it goes by the end of the month. January is usually a good month for me. After December, I'm usually in a really big reading mood, and so I usually get through quite a lot of books. So we'll see how it ends up going. So hopefully I managed to do well. Let me know in the comments down below what plans you have for January, and if you've read any of the books that I have on my list, and what you thought of them. Which of them you think I should prioritize before the others. And yeah, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Bye!